Okay, good morning. My name is Nick Gove, Interim Chief of Streets and Chair of the Public Improvement Commission. I call to order the Public Improvement Commission hearing of February 26th, 2026. Mr. Lyman, can you please take a roll call?
Certainly. Would the representative from the Public Works Department please state their name for the record?
Nick Gove, Interim Chief of Streets.
Thank you. Property Management Department, please do the same.
Joseph Callahan.
Transportation Department.
Lee Gordon.
Inspectional Services Department.
Brian Ronan.
Water and Sewer Commission.
Denise Devlin.
And Commission for Persons with Disabilities.
Sarah Leone.
Full quorum. All yours.
Great. All right, we're going to start with hearing minutes. At the request of the Public Improvement Commission staff, acceptance of the minutes of the PIC hearing, which was held on February 12th, 2026.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes of February 12th, 2026.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed or abstaining? Hearing none, so moved. Okay, moving on to public hearing. First item on the agenda, public hearing agenda number 1 on a petition by 1599 Columbus LLC for the discontinuance of any and all rights to travel the public way the public may have had within a pedestrian easement adjacent to Amory Street, public way, Roxbury, located on its easterly side at the rear of 1599 Columbus Ave, generally south of Brewery Lane and Amory Street connector. As shown on a plan entitled City of Boston Public Works Department, Engineering Division, Pedestrian Easement Discontinuance Plan, Amory Street, 1599 Columbus Ave, Roxbury, one sheet dated February 18th, 2026.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. Stephen Ventresco with Niche Engineering. Good morning, members of the commission. Start with the discontinuance for 1599 stated, and I will try to share my screen. Yes, here we are. Just for context, Jackson Square is here, and our site is here, and the blue line is showing where the discontinuance is proposed, as shown on the plan here in the blue, and you can see there was some encroachments from construction. So we're looking to remove this pedestrian easement, and we'll create a new one. So that's our plan. If you have any questions, happy to entertain them.
Great, thank you. Any questions or comments from the commission? How about PIC staff or members of the public?
I will take this opportunity to remind the public, if you wish to ask questions or add testimony to any particular agenda item, we ask that you please use the raised hand function, which can be found at the bottom of your screen at the reactions tab. I am not seeing any raised hands at the moment, and PIC staff is all set on this action item.
Great. Is 2 weeks enough time? Or, I'm sorry, no. Any other questions from members of the commission? Do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve a petition by 1599 Columbus LLC for discontinuance in Amory Street as read into the record by the chair.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed or abstaining? Hearing none, so moved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, public hearing agenda item number 2 on a petition by 1599 Columbus LLC for the acceptance of a pedestrian easement adjacent to Amory Street Public Way in Roxbury, located on its easterly side at the rear of 1599 Columbus Ave, generally south of Brewery Lane, Amory Street connector, as shown on a plan entitled City of Boston Public Works Department, Engineering Division, Pedestrian Easement Plan, Amory Street, 1599 Columbus Ave, in Roxbury, one sheet dated February 18th, 2026. Back to the proponent.
Good morning again, Stephen Ventresco with Niche Engineering. Following up on the discontinuance, we are now proposing a new pedestrian easement, which is shown here in red. We've had numerous discussions with disabilities and with the PIC office. We were asked to provide planters, which are shown here on either side of the stairs, which are provided. And here is the final easement in conformance with what was constructed. Any questions? Happy to entertain them.
Thank you. Any questions or comments from commissioners? Hearing none, how about members of the public or PIC staff?
All set on this?
We have a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve a petition by 1599 Columbus LLC for the acceptance of a pedestrian easement in Amory Street as read into the record by the chair.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed or abstained? Hearing none, so moved. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Public hearing agenda item number 3 on a petition by Verizon New England Incorporated for the rental of city shadow to install new telecommunication fiber in an existing conduit within the North Washington Street Bridge, Boston proper in Charlestown, located on the Bill Russell Bridge, generally between Causeway Street and Chelsea Street, as shown on a set of plans entitled City of Boston Public Works Department Engineering Division, City Shadow Rental Plan, Verizon, North Washington Street, Bill Russell Bridge, 2 sheets dated February 2026.
Yes, good morning. Ross Billinu representing Verizon New England. Again, we're just looking to place fiber across some ducts that were replaced over the Bill Russell Bridge as a part of Mass DOT project number B-16-016. Bridge replacement. So go to my plan here. Our existing tie-in point with the 6 conduits placed by Mass DOT as a part of the bridge project. Onto the next sheet here. Over the bridge and down to our existing tie-in point pull box. Again, these conduits were replaced as a part of the bridge project, and we're just looking to put our fiber back in as a part of the overall project.
Great. Thank you. Any questions or comments from the commission?
I'll just note that we are waiving this cost based on them facilitating this run over the bridge in the first place.
Thank you, Amy. Any other questions, comments from commissioners? How about members of the public or PIC staff?
All set. The project team jumped through a couple hoops to update their plans, and we appreciate that at the last minute.
Okay, do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve a petition by Verizon New England for the rental of city shadow on the North Washington Street Bridge as read into the record by the chair.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed or abstained? Hearing none, so moved. Okay, hearing agenda item number 4, also Verizon, on a petition by Verizon New England Incorporated for a grant of location with lead company status and no participants to install new telecommunication conduit within City Shadow, within the following public ways in East Boston: Orleans Street from Porter southwesterly to address number 172 in Porter Street at Orleans Street, as shown on a set of plans entitled City of Boston Public Works Department Engineering Division, Grant of Location Plan, Verizon, 172 Orleans Street, Porter Street, 2 sheets dated December 2025.
Yes, good morning. Once again, Ross Billinu representing Verizon New England. I already have my plan up here. Looking to place 1 conduit to 172 Orleans Street, starting from our existing manhole 19/88 at the corner of Porter and Orleans, with city shadow to my second page here. Ooh, sorry about that. Down Orleans to number 172, where we'll be handing off to the private property at the private property line. Again, this is to get fiber services to that property.
Any questions or comments from the commission? How about PIC staff or members of the public?
All set?
Do I have a motion?
Make a motion to approve a petition by Verizon New England Inc. for a grant of location in Orleans Street and Porter Street as read into the record by the chair.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed or abstained? Hearing none, so moved.
Thank you.
Okay, agenda item number 5, on a petition by Fox Rock 176 Federal Realty LLC for the granting of a sidewalk cafe license for seasonally reoccurring outdoor seating within Federal Street, public way on Boston proper, located on its easterly side at address number 176, generally between Purchase Street and High Street, as shown on a set of plans entitled City of Boston Public Works Department Engineering Division, Sidewalk Seating, 175 Federal Street, Tradesman, Boston, 2 sheets dated February 2nd, 2026. Hand it over to the proponent.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the commission, and PIC staff. This is Mike Ross, Principal Bell, on behalf of the petitioner. This is a petition to have a seasonal private cafe, at 176 Federal Street, from the Federal Street extension, which is a pedestrian way, at the corner of Purchase Street and Federal Street, within a building that's owned by Fox Rock, with a tenant that is Tradesman Restaurant. And this is the plans here. I can zoom in a little bit. It's approximately 25 seats. We talked about this. The deck itself will be assembled in various parts so that it creates a single structure, and it will have a banquette edge to protect the edges, and there will be, it's right along, it's about 17 feet off the building. It's right, sorry, here's what I'm looking for. It's right along the current edges of the planters that are there, and these planters would be replaced. They're currently circular cement planters. They'll be replaced with square cement planters, and they'll be in the same area. There's a light post that the City of Boston owns, as well as a bollard, and that will be maintained for access year-round, for access for the city. And the only issue that came up was there was a question from ISD, but it was relating to it was confusion. It was relating to a different building, so it didn't apply here. Happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Any questions or comments from the commission? How about PIC staff or members of the public?
Sorry, I couldn't find my unmute button. Mike, if you can just confirm again for the record that the seating area as well as the decking will be removed during the off-season in its entirety.
Yes, it will. The seating area is designed to be removed in its entirety, as well as the decking itself.
Or whenever we need to get under it.
Yes.
Or whenever you need to get under it. Yeah, access will be made available for the city at any time.
Great, perfect, thank you. That's all.
Any other questions or comments from the commission? And if not, do we have a motion?
Make a motion to approve a petition by Fox Rocks 176 Federal Realty LLC for the granting of a sidewalk cafe license on Federal Street as read in the record by the chair.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed or abstained? Hearing none, so moved. Thank you, Mr. Ross.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Okay, that concludes our public hearing. We're going to move on to new business. We have 2 agenda items. The first is Albany Street, Wareham Street, Boston proper, specific repairs on a joint petition by the City of Boston Transportation Department and the City of Boston Public Works Department.
All right. Well, I'll get started and then hand it off to our engineer. I'm Maddie Webster from the City of Boston Public Works Department. This project came about after a mother and daughter leaving Boston Community Pediatrics suffered severe injuries from a vehicle crash while crossing Albany Street, where there was no existing crosswalk. So our intent with this project was to install a compliant and safe crosswalk across Albany Street at Wareham Street. And in so doing, we constructed a compliant curb ramp across Albany off this page last year with the intent to come back and reconstruct the rest of the curb ramps this year. And I'll hand it off to our engineer.
Hi, good morning. My name is Raju Nan with Kittleson Associates supporting Public Works Department. And we are the design engineers helping the city with the proposed changes. In front of you is a set of specific repair plans showing curb realignments along Wareham Street, north of Albany Street, widening of the existing sidewalk along Wareham Street, the reconstruction of the sidewalk, the construction of a new pedestrian ramp, again, as a pair to an existing pedestrian ramp that was built in 2025 by the city across Albany Street, and the installation of a raised crosswalk across Wareham Street as an extension of the sidewalk along the westerly edge of Albany Street. The additional improvements incidental to the reconstruction of the sidewalk and realignment of the edge lines, the curbs, include new street drainage features, new street lights, including conduits to maintain circuit along Wareham Street, the removal of a tree grate and the installation of new material, porous material within a tree pit along Albany Street, the replacement of a bicycle rack and the addition of a new bicycle rack along Wareham Street near the clinic, and the installation of a concrete curb that will help limit the potential impact of grading the sidewalk on the, westerly edge of Wareham Street and Albany Street, so the area I'm highlighting in yellow here, in order to create a accessible, ADA compliant sidewalk. We have a big difference between the sidewalk and window wells along the building facade. So we're proposing a concrete curb to make up the difference between the sidewalk level and those window wells. The curb will be introduced with a transition, like going from a flat surface to a curb reveal in order to avoid tripping hazards at either edge of that sidewalk. I have some pictures for context. I'm happy to take any questions.
Thank you. Any questions or comments from commission members? Okay, hearing none. How about PSC staff or members of the public?
All set on this for now.
I assume 2 weeks is enough time?
Yes.
Okay, what is that date? What's the next date, Todd? Sorry.
March 12th.
All right, we'll see you on March 12th.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you.
Okay, second item of new business is Ruggles Street at 550 Huntington Ave in Roxbury. Pedestrian easements, specific repairs on a set of petitions by Wentworth Institute of Technology. Hand it over to the proponent.
Good morning, commissioners. My name is Rebecca Lee. I'm a real estate attorney with Mintz, representing the Wentworth Institute of Technology. I have with me Sean Finn, who's the Vice President of Operations at Wentworth, as well as Ryan Gordon, the project engineer at Niche Engineering. Also with me is Chris Rainier, who's a partner at Goulston, who's representing Balfour Beatty Campus Solutions. They have been selected by Wentworth Institute of Technology to develop this property. They're a nationally known developer of student housing facilities. Before you is a rendering of the building, which is going to be 202,000 square feet, about 972 student beds, with ground floor dining facilities. It has received BPDA approval earlier this month. We'll get zoning commission approval next month, and we expect it to go into construction this spring. These petitions are associated with what is actually a landlocked site. This site is not bounded by any city street. It's in the heart of the Wentworth campus. But the Wentworth main campus drive off of Ruggles Street is being reconfigured by agreement of the city and Wentworth to be much more pedestrian friendly and to narrow its width. The area the PAC actions is shown on this plan, and what we're here for is two petitions. One is specific repairs related to the stub of sidewalk that is being redone at Huntington Avenue, and the second is a easement to the city for pedestrian sidewalk widening. And so these are the only petitions that are associated with this project. In the future, Wentworth will be back to you about streetscape improvements on Ruggles Street, which it's discussing with city officials. I will then turn it over to Ryan Gordon from Niche Engineering to go into the particulars of the two petitions before you.
Thanks, Rebecca. Good morning, Ryan Gordon from Niche Engineering. As Rebecca mentioned, we have specific repairs and a pedestrian easement. Here's a photo of the existing condition of the driveway entrance off of Ruggles Street here with Huntington Avenue in the background on the right side. You can see the existing driveway is about 35 feet wide, and there's ramps on either side that ramp down to the street. On the left, you can also see there's an existing National Grid gas regulator where there was work done there a couple of years ago. And I will get into that on the specific repairs plan about where we ended up with our limit of construction. This is our specific repairs plan that shows the layout and grading for this area. I'm going to go to a zoomed in version here so that you can see more easily what we're proposing. On this side, on the left side of Ruggles Street here on the page, you can see we have our driveway entrance that is being narrowed to 24 feet wide. We are providing a more standard driveway entrance that ramps up for a pedestrian path, a minimum of 10 feet wide. And along with that, we are replacing the nearest curb ramp and the receiving ramp on the other side and replacing the crosswalk that connects the two. We are maintaining an existing streetlight that is between the driveway entrance and the curb ramp, replacing one of the pull boxes associated with that light. And the gas regulator that I mentioned that's in the sidewalk is on the south side of the page here, is really where we're stopping our extent of our sidewalk reconstruction to protect that in place. The pedestrian easement associated with this project is shown in a hatch here. It's approximately 6.5 feet wide, 592 square feet, and we've extended that to the corner of Huntington Avenue. And here's our pedestrian easement plan. And I will add too that we've coordinated with all the city agencies. We met in a joint meeting with the Planning Department, Public Works, Accessible Ramp Team, and the Disabilities Commission to address their comments, and went back and forth a few times to get the plan to where it is now. So with that, I'm happy to answer any questions.
Great, thank you. Any questions or comments from the commission? How about PIC staff or members of the public?
All set?
Okay, 2 weeks enough time?
Yes.
See you on March 12th. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
that wraps up our agenda for today. Any other questions or comments from the commission? KIC staff?
We're good.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So moved. Thank you, everybody.